So are you one of those people who've got a really good set of speakers, but they don't have all the capabilities of Bluetooth? If you are, and you're looking for a solution, this could be the baby for you. This is the BluDento, I think that's how you pronounce it, BluDento Digital Wireless aptX music receiver. It's the B1, and it's not that expensive, but it may or may not resolve your issues, and it should resolve your issues. We're going to be testing it out in this video right now. This video is sponsored by Provido VPN. It provides top-notch online security and privacy, protecting through its no logs policy and robust encryption protocols. The VPN offers a user-friendly interface and a wide range of servers in different locations around the world to ensure faster connections and smoother browsing. Provido VPN supports multiple devices and platforms including Windows, Mac, iOS, Android and Linux, and allows up to 10 simultaneously connections. The server also offers features like kill switch, split tunneling and DNS leak protection to further enhance security and privacy. Provido VPN offers 24/7 customer support through its live chat and email, ensuring prompt and helpful assistance wherever needed. The VPN server offers various pricing plans to suit different budgets, and a 30-day money-back guarantee ensures a risk-free trial. Check out the link in the video description for more details. Let's have a quick look around the box before I do the unboxing. So on the side it's got line out, left and right, coax out, aptX out and USB in. It should be compatible with most speakers, or most old speakers anyway. Let's get it open, shall we? So we have, if I can get all that, let's get it out. So that is everything you get in the box. Obviously you get a little bit of instructions. Hopefully there won't be too much to read on the instructions. It'll probably just tell you how to pair it and troubleshoot things like that, which it does. But I wouldn't have thought there'd be a lot to read. Looking at that, I'd say I was right. So we have an optical cable, not very long. I'm not going to do any measuring up today. We have USB to mini USB, and that will be for powering it up. So you will need a plug for powering it up. So use your phone adapter. It should work fine if you've got one. We have your left and right audio. That looks quite long actually, or fairly long. Very nice. We have an adapter, so we can convert this into a jack plug connection. Good idea. Nicely thought out. And the actual unit itself. Now on the front we have their brand, BluDento, and it's the B1, and a pairing light down there. I don't know if you can see that. On the base we have some little feet. They're just little feet. They're not sticky or nothing. And on the back we have your left and rights, and that is out. Your coax out, optical out, and USB in for powering it up. That's it. It's made of plastic. Nothing special. It doesn't need to be anything special. It just needs to work. So basically what you do, you plug that in if you wanted to, and we don't have a coax for that. You probably won't need one anyway. Or you could go for optical, which is this little baby here, and that will go in there somehow. There you go, like that, and it should light up once it's powered, of course. So with that, I'm going to find a pair of speakers and give it a little test. In this part of the video, I'm going to show you how easy or how hard it is to connect this, once you've plugged it all in and that, to your mobile device. In this case, my mobile phone. I'm going to show you how to connect it, and also going to show you, or tell you actually, how you can connect it to another mobile device at the same time. So with that, let's get on with it, shall we? Right, first things first, let's power up. I've already powered it up. I've got a USB plug, this little baby here, and I've plugged it in, and we have a blue flashing light. See that? Yeah, so it's ready to go. I've also plugged in some extended cables. I didn't use their cable because I needed a male at one end and a female connection at the other end to plug them into my speakers, my desktop speakers. I couldn't pull the cable far enough forward for this to sit here. It would have to go back there and you wouldn't see what's going on. So it's all ready to go. I've got the speakers turned on. They need power as well, so they're all powered up. Now, all you need to do is get your Bluetooth up, which I've already done. Scroll down, look for available devices that you haven't connected to. And hopefully it says it should just connect. And there she goes. You just needed to refresh if it doesn't pop up. B1, click on that, pairing. Allow access to contacts and call logs. I don't know why they need that, but I'm going to allow it anyway. Is that it? Is it done? Should be up there. There, in use. Right, it's done. So we don't need that no more. We'll get rid of that. We're going to go over to a bit of music. This baby here. Oh, it works straight away. I'm going to turn the volume up quite loud because I want to have a listen to the quality of the audio to see if it gets distorted in any way. A nice and clear audio, as you would expect. For the amount of money it cost, it's not cheap, but it's not expensive neither. It's, at the time of making this video, it's around the £40 mark. Link in the video description in case you want to go and check it out. Right, so it's very easy to set up, as you could see. If you want to connect another device, all you need to do is disable your Bluetooth on your first device and then connect your other device. Say for instance you've got another mobile phone you want to connect it to, you can connect that one to it and then you can have two devices connected. But something to bear in mind, you can't play music from both devices at the same time. It will only work on one or the other. But say for instance someone's gone out and the second device is indoors and wants to listen to music, all it's got to do is reconnect and away you go. Job done. The other thing I did notice, when you're on their website, yeah, you can do Bluetooth ID. Now, if you don't know what that is, I found this out about a year or so ago. Basically, it comes up and says B1, as you just see. You can actually change that to a name. You can give it a personal name. Like, say for instance, Yorkies audio, Bluetooth audio device, something like that. You can give it a name. There's only so many letters you can put in there, I do believe, but you can do that. The other thing to bear in mind, if you do decide you want to give it a personalised name, you need to do it when you're ordering it. It's no good you ordering it and then decide you want to put it in. You have to put it on the order when you're doing the order. I believe there's a little box you can type in what you want it to be called, okay? Something like that. So yeah, very easy to set up, extremely easy to set up actually. You know, just a couple of presses of buttons, pairing, job done. And connecting it to my speakers, which don't have Bluetooth by the way, but I do now with this little baby. They have Bluetooth, and you've got the option of optical audio as well, which is even better. But this works. These are not expensive cables, these are only cheap ones that I've had for years, but I just wanted to do a demonstration and just to see whether or not she works, and she does. So with that, if you're thinking about buying them, check out the link in the video description, and if you like my videos, consider subscribing. It does help the channel keep on growing, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, that is. Thanks very much for watching. Let's get back to some music, shall we?
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me